Hey guys, it's me from a tech company. Today I want to talk about something really exciting that I discovered on the new MacBook 2025 that could potentially save you hours every day. Okay, so this is not a sponsored video in any way. I paid for this laptop with my own money because I wanted to try it out.
Oh,
So this is my honest advice here. What's really cool about this laptop is that it has a secret feature that no one really knows about yet. But it has the potential to change how we all use our Macs forever. Now, before I reveal what this game-changing feature is, let me tell you why I bought this laptop. So I wanted to upgrade from my old MacBook Air 2015, which is really slow and basically can barely run the latest version of macOS. So when Apple announced this new MacBook with the M3 chip, I was intrigued because I heard that the M3 chip is going to be very powerful and very efficient at the same time. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to get a more powerful laptop, while also getting better battery life than my old 2015 model. Now, after using this laptop for a few days, I can tell you that the performance is noticeably better than my old MacBook Air, even though they both have 8 GB of RAM. But there's more to this story. You see, when I transferred over all my data from my old MacBook to this new one, I noticed that something was missing. My old MacBook had this little program called Tinker Tool that I used to clean up my hard drive and remove all unnecessary files. However, when I plugged it into my new MacBook, the program didn't work for some reason. It kept saying that the disk wasn't formatted correctly. Now, usually when this happens, you have to go into Disk Utility and repair the disk. So that's what I did. And that's when I made a shocking discovery. Have a look at this. When I opened Disk Utility, it said that my internal SSD was using the APFS format, which is standard on Macs. But it also said that my external drive was using a completely different file system called Opal. Now, I had never heard of Opal before, so I Googled it and found out that it's actually a relatively new file system that was developed by Apple specifically for SSDs. It's supposed to be much faster than the traditional APFS, and it works by using special hardware inside the SSD itself to encrypt and decrypt your files on the fly. This means that even if someone steals your laptop, they won't be able to access your data unless they have the encryption key. But the best part is that Opal is already supported by macOS, so you don't need any special software to use it. All you need to do is enable encryption on your startup disk and then reformat it using the Opal file system. So I did just that. And then I ran disk speed tests to see how fast my internal SSD was, and the results were astonishing. As you can see, my read and write speeds are now almost twice as fast as before. I know what you're probably thinking. Why would I need such a fast SSD? Isn't that overkill? Well, believe it or not, there are many people who do need that extra speed. For example, video editors and music producers often run out of disk space on their laptops because their projects can take up tens of gigabytes each. Having an SSD that's twice as fast means you can work on much larger projects without having to wait around for your laptop to render. Another thing that's awesome about Opal is that it's transparent to the user. You don't need to make any changes to your workflow. It just works. Now, you might be wondering why Apple didn't use Opal on the new MacBooks. I'm not sure, but I suspect it has something to do with security. Since Opal encrypts your data, it could make it harder for law enforcement to access your files if they ever needed to. Anyway, if you want to try out Opal on your Mac, I'll leave a link to a tutorial in the description. But be warned, it can be a bit tricky to set up correctly. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.